The light is from the LED light flashlight that I'm using right now. But you can see down in there, if you actually look, see, back in there, I can kind of see it in the camera. That one gear back there, yeah, that's not supposed to be flat. That's supposed to have teeth. You can see all the burnt debris down in here right now. I mean, that's pretty much what you got right there. So, this looks like this might have been the culprit, but it's hard to say. You can see how this seal right down here on the bottom is bent out. So that could have been, you know, there's fluid on that side. Not too much on this side. So, I mean, I definitely have to say it was probably over here that this seal here went bad. Just kind of checking that. So, alright, well, we're going to go over what you need to do to get this thing disassembled. I got the air gun here. I got a little box I'm going to be throwing all my bolts into and any of the parts. So let's get this gear set out of this transmission. You know, you can pull this apart when it's, you know, in the car. So that's what we're going to do here right now, is basically just do what we got to do to get this gear set out. Let's set this box over here. So we're going to take this end plate off. Well, I'm going to guess you can see the black ATF plus floor that's coming out of the transmission here. This is quite wonderful stuff. That's definitely supposed to be red, so to have one of these apart, so I'm going to pop this top cap. I mean, everything's coming apart on this anyway, so let's just get all this stuff off here. Just lifted right out, it did. Alright. Wow. Didn't melt the drains on the end. But it smells great. Alright, so we got to get these snap rings off of here. That's what I forgot. It will work. I just need to get a little screwdriver because sometimes these don't like to come out. That was so good. I don't know if that's the best way, but, you know, I don't really think it matters for this transmission. got stuck on there. That should come out like that. That should be separating from them shafts right there. It's just all gauted together, I guess, from the heat. So I got one bolt here. We have to take out right here. This one here. Okay, there we go. Ugh. Black burnt slime. That one holds the reverse, I think. Gosh, look at this. This stuff is so terrible. Looks like you can't get rid of it. Ugh. It all had to come out in one freaking chunk, just like that. It did not want to separate. Wow. That's just sad. Pretty much. Sad. There ain't gonna be anything any good on this transmission. Maybe a couple clips. Wow. You know, you would think when you're driving you would hear like noises or something. There we go. Can't hurt something that's already junk. I mean, that's a serious shame for an input shaft, as hard as these things are to come by anymore. Took it right out. Wow, man, wow. Pull some of this stuff up. All right, here now, before we get in on our nice little close-up here so you can actually see all of the carnage, let's get this, see if we can get this speedometer sensor off of here and pull the differential out. It's actually got scoring on here. Alright, now let's see what we need for this. snubber. Try not to touch yourself, man. This stuff's worse than gear lube. It's just burnt transmission fluid. Alright, now we need, I think it's 18 for these big ones here. 18 right there. Okay. Let's see where I set the 15. I think that's what the rest of these are, yep. Okay. Oh, little ratchet, don't want to do it. Got one. Two. Alright, well, 3 of them don't want to come out. So let's get the big guns. The Craftsman gun still runs me good. There's the ring. Down there. That's my fault. Got this one right here. Hides in that hole there. I'll show you as soon as I get the cover popped off. So this is going to want to flow out with it, maybe now. Oh my goodness, look at that. All right. Yeah, see right here? There's like a hole behind this one. My goodness. Like how to destroy everything in a transmission. One shot. Now, I'm telling you, it's not oil. Not oil at all. Them are no good. I mean, with everything that went through this transmission, you know, you might be able to use that for pieces, parts. So, alright. I'm going to wash my hands off, grab a rubber glove and the camera, and I'm going to get you down in here and point stuff out, show you exactly everything that's destroyed. Alright, we now have the entire transmission apart to an extenuating circumstances here. So you can see that is our nice red ATF plus 4 right there. Okay, kinds of deposits in there, all kinds of nice deposits down in here. This is the input shaft bearing. I'm sure it's worn, so you know that's pretty much crap. You'd almost have to check these races to see if it doesn't need replaced into the case right there. I mean, I'm sure if you cook this case down, it's probably maybe usable. I would think this thing should be usable. Oh no, it looks like stuff might have spun here. You know, I wouldn't think that that's supposed to look like that. I mean, honestly, look, I have not had enough of these transmissions apart. I probably only took maybe 2 or 3 of these things apart. And I just know that, yeah, that's not any good. My goodness, look at this mess. So here is the seal. That was the culprit, okay? You can see it's bent right there, maybe. But I would think, let's see, it still has spring in it. I'd say, you know, that's probably more than most likely what happened there. You can see the build-up of mess. Where's that? There's a magnet in here. Oh yeah, right there's the magnet. Look at that. Terrible, terrible mess. These bearings here, you can feel that they're no good. There's probably contaminants through that entire differential pack, which is down inside there. All right, here's your input shaft. You can see galling on these gears right here. This one here up front here probably looks all right. Now this is actually on the input shaft. I don't know if that's something that can be polished and made usable. I'm beyond that. I think this one comes off here. That's actually, you know, man, look at that. How impressive is that? Transmission carnage. So, alright, now this is just a reverse gear. You know, you'd probably have to inspect this, see if anything's any good. I mean, this would be like probably, you know, if you need to use this, you could use it. Alright, let's get that one out of the way. Now, here's your output shaft. And obviously, this gear here is on the output shaft. So, you know, you're kind of, yeah, the output shaft's absolutely no good. So, let's see here. This might be reusable. I mean, these Sankros are shot. This is probably, I think that's 5th. Like I said, I'm not a transmission person by any means. You can see there is wear and galling on these 2 gears here. So, I mean, you know, if you're trying to slap something together, you could probably use these and these because they have the same wear patterns on them. But, I mean, garbage. Honestly, garbage. So, not sure here. I think this stuff's pressed on, so you need a puller to pull this bearing off, which I do not have, okay? And, this one here would be the same. This one gets pulled off, and then this big nut comes off, and then you can slide everything else off of the shaft. So, let's see here. Inside here, that's where Inspecting this seal. This is just amazing. You know, that's probably reusable. It does have a lot of galling on there. I would check. Like I said, usually these, I've seen them melted already off of them. The feed tubes that go down through here, they actually put fluid down through this transmission and it feeds the insides of the gears. You know, forks, no different than any other forks, worn out just like they normally are. That's funny. Look, that one says there's 3 on it, so it makes you wonder if this trans wasn't a part before, or if they're all stamped with 03. That's something I don't know. I'm sure the forks interchange. Got some wear on them. But yeah, I mean, that right there, that's the cause of a, a bad axle seal. That's exactly what that is. That's a bad axle seal. I don't know what the mileage would have been on this, probably since it was stopped leaking. I don't know how fast it would leak out, but this is what happens to a transmission when you drive it without lubrication. It's just wow. All right, well, I'm gonna work on getting this mess cleaned up and kind of throw stuff into a box. And you know, we got a couple good pieces, maybe. You know, the end cap's probably okay, that stuff's okay. The case might be reusable, you know, so we're kind of down on it. It sucks that this input shaft here is absolutely no good because of that gear being like that. I mean, someone who's a transmission person might be able to make that work, but not me. I'd just, you know, that's beyond me. So, all right, I'll close with that mess right there, guys. See ya.